Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining us as we launch another week, our favorite way, with our fantastic teacher, Jack Stockin. Hey there, Shauna, Beetle, Sam, Tiggy, Sarah, Laura, Sandra, everyone who already said hi. So nice to see you all already making it the lively place that it is. Quick reminder to the regulars, for the newer members, request if you run into any tech trouble, don't leave that in the live chat as it can distract from the learning. Instead, just reply to any of the emails I send you, or refresh the web page. There's also a backup link that will look something like that in the email lesson reminders that I send you, as well as on the class page. So try that backup link as well. Let me close that out. Most folks here are pros at that, but just want to remind folks or ask new folks again, don't leave tech trouble in the live chat. But I am here to help, and I would love to help out privately without us distracting from everyone else. Here to learn from our wonderful Jack. All right, let me start the recording. I think we can hop right to it. Clicking that right now, and so it should be firing up momentarily, and we'll get going. Hey, Des, Vicky, nice to have you joining us from New Zealand, Vicky. All right, and we are off. The recording is active. We get to welcome back everyone in the class watching by replay. Of course, we're sad you couldn't be with us live, but we'll still keep learning together. So if you have any questions about today's lesson, leave it for Jack on the class page. And Jack does an amazing job responding to our questions there. We can all keep learning together there as well. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, a big, warm, virtual welcome for our teacher. I like to imagine him running down from the back of the theater. I don't know what reference to use, but let's call him on up to the stage. There he is. Yay.
I'm running, Bashir. Yeah,
giving high fives as you go.
That's right. Yes. No, I'm on the stage now. I've just had to walk down through the auditorium.
Wonderful. Well, it should be a fun one. Jack, I will turn it over to you. We might as well just jump right into it, but sing out my name if I could be of any assistance. Otherwise, I'll be learning alongside everyone else.
Perfect, Bashir. I'll see you in about an hour.
Okay. Yeah, Shauna, there we go. Let's make a deal. Jack, let's make a deal.
Yes, and I like making deals. Right. Well, good morning, everyone. It's 9:33 UK time. Big welcome if you're watching in replay. Of course, it could be any time for you. Let's just press a couple of buttons. There we go. Yes, it's all about the one no trump bid today, but mainly about the least obvious uses of the one no trump bid, which some of you will be new to some of you, and definitely I think some of you are quite rusty. So yeah, we're going to look at some interesting uses and meanings of the one no trump bid, all depending on the bidding. So let's go, because we know the basic ones. So yeah, this type of hand, 13 points, you'd open one no trump. It's the modern style to open one no trump playing Akol with a 5-card major. But it is a bit contentious. You know, you won't win the argument at your bridge club because most of them learned bridge in the 60s and 70s. You know, they're not going to change their ways, and most of them will still open one spade. But yeah, the modern style with a balanced 5-3-3-2 is to open one no trump because it saves the rebid problem. Sam can't see the hand. Can the others see it? Oh. Bashir, can the others see it? Oh, Andrew can see it. Let's just have a quick check. Oh, yes. Most of them can see. Yeah, I think most of them can see it, Bashir. Just one or two couldn't.
Good. Yeah, if anyone's having trouble, again, try refreshing the page. Try the backup link, but it's appearing okay over here and for other folks. If you're having any trouble, yeah, try refreshing that page.
Yeah.
Make it as large as possible.
Yeah, I'll leave it with you, Bashir. Most of them can see the page, but a few can't. I think Sam, Maria, Judith, One or two can't, but they can always communicate with you. But yes, they need to refresh their browser, etc.
If troubles persist, yeah, just
Yeah.
reply to any of the emails I send you, and I'll have
Yes,
the
you
best
better
link.
get hop to work because there's a few. But there's a few. Oh, Sam's got it now. She's refreshed, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Thanks, Bashir. So any more queries, Bashir will deal with you. Let's move on. Oh yes, Julie can see it too. I think we're all good now, Vicky. Yeah, let's go. So let's continue. There we go. Yes, you wouldn't really want to tell them they're old-fashioned. It's quite rude. But there is a typewriter, of course, which is very old-fashioned. Although I do remember using a typewriter, so I must be quite old. Good. Tiggy likes the pick. Well done, Tiggy. Yes, there you go. Opening one, no trump. You don't need a stopper in any suit. Just 12 to 14 points. Okay, what about this one? What's your rebid here? It's got one diamond. Higher of fours, of course, playing Ackle. Your partner's responded one heart. You had your rebid all planned, but East has overcalled one spade. What next for you now? First question of the morning, if anything. You're watching in replay. What would you rebid now as the South hand? East has overcalled one spade. Interesting. We've got different answers. I would expect that in a large class, even in a small class. We've got, what have we got? We've got all sorts of bits. We've got one no trump rebid. We've got two clubs. We've got pass. We've got two spades asking for a stopper. This is really interesting. I'm really glad I put this slide up because it's caused a lot of different answers. Which bid do I like least? Interesting. I think the bid I like least of your answers, let's go through them one by one, is two spades. That's asking for a stopper, but it's forcing to game. It will show 19 points. Yeah, partner might only have 6 as North. We're not strong enough to force to game and ask for a spade stopper. So 19, sorry, two spades is the choice I like least. Closely followed by two clubs. That shows 5 and 4. Yeah. Actually, not closely followed, quite a long way behind two clubs. Equal with that, actually, would be a one no trump rebid, because a one no trump rebid is 15, 16 points. But when the opponents have overcalled, it does guarantee a stopper in spades here. So very well done. If you passed, I would pass with that hand. One or two of you doubling using traditional methods, that would be a penalty double because your partner's bid. Some of you might have a different agreement, but playing traditional methods double here would be for penalties, saying you've got lots of spades. So well done if you said pass first time round. You know, your partner always gets another bid. So, you know, you don't need to panic. Tricky one, wasn't it? It's quite tricky, this lesson, yeah, for the more experienced players, but, you know, everyone, of course, it's going to be very useful, I think. You know, this is a lesson we don't do very often on the one no trump. The wonderful one no trump. You may not think it's quite so wonderful. There you go, look. There's the answer. So if East had passed, of course, you just bid one no trump. 15, 16 balanced. Don't have to have stoppers all covering every suit. But just stoppers in spades. Not all the suits, just that suit they've overcalled in. So I think that's a good lesson learned. Here's another one for you. Slightly different situation. We still opened a diamond. You've got 19 points. You've opened a diamond. West has overcalled one spade. Your partner's passed. Back to you. What is your best bid now, if anything? Morning, let's say a few good mornings. Morning to B, Shauna, Amanda L, Jumble. You knew Jumble. I think I have seen you before. Verona, Peter A, Didi, part of the Yorkshire crew. Sarah M, of course. Maria's in Spain. Sam's in Hampshire. Nikki MK. Laura. Interesting. Certainly we have to do something. But what do we do? What options have we got here? Stephanie, It's a Stephanie I know of. She's in Yorkshire. Well, we've got 1 no trump, 2 no trumps, or 3 no trumps. 1 or 2 of you doubling. Double, no, I'm not such a fan of double because that would be asking partner to bid, but it'll show shortage in spades and length in hearts, which we don't have. Take your pick there between 1 no trump, 2 no trump, or 3 no trump. Can I give you a clue? And here's a get out of jail free card. Partner could have no points at all. Here's a clue to your rebid as South. Partner could have nil point. They could have 7 or 8 points. Unable to bid with no spade stopper. You might want to change your answer. I'm feeling generous. I don't know why, but the prison bus is already quite full. The bridge prison bus, sorry. Well, again, very well done. If first time round, without any prompting, you fished out a 1 no trump rebid here. So this 1 no trump rebid, when partner has passed, yeah, very important that, is much stronger. It would be in the region of 17 to 19 points. Okay? We don't jump. The key thing is you don't jump now to 2 no trumps or 3 no trumps. Gina, you're very honest. Yeah. When partner's passed, you don't jump to show your point counts. That's a really important point. It's going to save you quite a lot of match points in the future when you play duplicate. Your bid is stronger. It does make sense if you think about it, because as I've just said to you, North could have 0 points, could have 2 points. A lot of you didn't know that, Ingrid. Quite a lot of you will have forgotten that. We did this lesson in the distant past. But it's a really useful, I think it's going to be a really useful lesson, considering how many wrong answers we've already had in the first 2 slides. But that's normal. Don't feel as though you're doing badly. I would expect that. It's quite tricky. If East had been a new suit at the 2 level, Leslie, yeah, of course. Well, we jumped to 3 no trumps. If East had been a new suit, I'd be passing even with 19. I wouldn't want to bid 2 no trumps if he starts bidding. I'm going to pass. Partner's got no points. I'm out of this one. Partner gets another chance to bid, Shawnee. Yes, you're after my job. But a good point by Shawnee. Your partner will bid again. Can bid again over the 1 no trump. Yeah. Good. Well, we've just dwelt on that. Yeah, you could do it on 16 to 19, let's say. I wouldn't bother with 15 or a poor 16. But don't make the mistake of jumping here. Let's go on to start with our first of our fun hands on BBA. Here it is, what I prepared earlier. 19 points. 1 club. 1 heart overcall is normal. Here we go. Would you respond anything with the north hand with your 7 points? Would you bid with a north hand or not? It was nice weather over the weekend up here in Yorkshire. We had quite a lot of sun. Sunshine, a little bit cool. Andrew's passing reluctantly. Yes, pass here. A 1 no trump dustbin bid here shows 6 to 9 with a heart stopper. Morning, Ruth, Julia Q, Maz. You're all now back to South with their 19 points. What next for South, do you think? Morning, Ella, LP. If you're watching in replay, I wonder if you got those 2 slides wrong as well. They were quite tricky, those first 2 slides in the classroom. I think that the live chat box has learned by their mistakes. Oh yes, they're not jumping to 2 no trumps no more. They're rebidding 1 no trump. Well done. From 16 to 19. Good. Over to North. Good question from Des. I must just answer Des's question. He thinks, could you bid a negative double as North? Good question, Des. If you play negative doubles, the answer is no, because a negative double by North would guarantee 4 spades there. Good question there for those who do negative doubles. Yes, you do, Jill. You always need a stop in the opponent's suit to bid 1 no trump as a dustbin. Alison, the topic is the wonderful 1 no trump. So what 1 no trump means in different situations all around the table. Glad to have you with us. Robert and Sue, the double act. They're bidding 2 no trump, as is Valerie, Judith. Yeah, we're inviting game. Quite wide-ranging, that 16 to 19, isn't it? And of course, South raises to game. Good, so an instructive auction, that one. A very good auction. Fine to lead away from an ace in no trumps, of course. No Manjit. Manjit's got a good question. Is 1 no trump dustbin on an overcall? No, we're going to look at that, though, later. We'll discuss that later. Didi saying, but North still has no stopper. No, Didi, it's South. When they rebid 1 no trump, they guarantee the stopper. I think this is going to be a really useful lesson, Stephanie, for you and many others, because it's a fairly neglected topic. Yeah, no, Didy's got a good one. No, it's South who's got the stopper, so North doesn't need to worry. Now, counting certain tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done, Peter. Peter's very good at counting certain tricks. So he's got 6 certain ones. Clearly, diamonds, the gold dust are going to provide extras. What are my thoughts on this hand? Well, we'll see what my thoughts are in just a second. Third player play high. Third player would always play the highest card they've got here, by the way. So just a reminder that if third player had ace, 10, X of hearts, they would always play the ace with little ones in the dummy. Just a reminder of that. Well, what I'd be thinking is there's a two-way finesse in diamonds. I could either play the 3 of diamonds to the jack, or I could go to dummy with the queen of spades and play the 2 of diamonds to the 10. Clearly, we're going to finesse here. 8 ever, 9 never, when you're missing the queen. But is there a problem here, do you think? What's the problem? The problem, Tim, is that we have a danger hand here and a safe hand. Okay, the danger hand is East. If East gets the lead, we're toast. They push a heart through our king and we lose the next 4 tricks. So we have a danger hand, which is East. It's something we do every now and again, is it? Danger hand and safe hands. And the safe hand is West. We don't mind if West wins the trick because they cannot profitably continue hearts without giving us a trick to the king. So which card are we going to play at trick 2? Could have ducked the opening lead, Andrew, but actually better to win because it means that we have 2 stoppers now if West ever gets the lead back again. Good thought, though, but they're best to win it because we have a second stopper if West gets the lead. Oh, we know that, I know we can't see all 4 cards, 4 hands, Rosemary, but we know that West is the danger hand because they've overcalled 1 heart and they must have the ace. Yeah, and probably the jack. So that's the hand that we don't want. Sorry, we know that West is the safe hand because they've got the hearts. Experience, really, Rosemary. The E word, again, tells you. But West is the safe hand here. We know that because they've overcalled 1 heart. You can bring up the bidding here, look. By pressing 3 no trump South. Right, yeah, so what we must do is play a small diamond to the ace. And we're going to finesse into the safe hand. So we wouldn't mind here if West won with the queen of diamonds because they can't profitably continue hearts. We get a little bonus and that finesse wins. Cash the king of diamonds. Over to the entry with the queen of spades. And cash our 2 winning diamonds. Here we go. clubs going. Spade can go there. Clubs going. Now we take our winners. Ace, king of spades. Hanging on to their king, jack of clubs, you know. Quite difficult. Let's just pause a second. A couple of questions coming in. Quite difficult danger hand and safe hand. It's not an easy topic. If you're not understanding it, you know, don't worry. No, East is the danger hand here, because if they get in, they push a heart through, as you see. It's not the hand with the points here. Not always, no. No. It's the hand that you don't mind losing the lead to. The hand that we don't want to lose the lead to is East, because they'll play a heart through our king 4. No, but we're not losing the finesse manager. We finessed into the safe hand, you see. That's the whole point. Right, anyway, but we must press on. Where are we? We're here. Okay, what do we do now? Andrew's got some advice for you. What do we do now, do you think? We made our contract. Well, we made 9 tricks. What do we do precisely if you're watching in replay? Because we've made our 9 tricks, but nice to make an over trick, wouldn't it? Should we play the ace of clubs? Good idea. That's our 10th trick. And now, what do we do? Well, no point playing a heart. We exit with a club. And you'll find that Robot West has end played themselves. Look, they should have unblocked their king of clubs, so that was hard to do. They can take their ace of hearts, but they have to give a heart up to our king. Yeah. So we get an extra trick there. And what they could have done, of course, which would have been quite difficult, let's just go back in time. It's quite hard to do. Where are we? Yes, the Robot West can unblock the king of clubs there. That's quite tricky to do. And now the end play doesn't work because they overtake with the queen and take the last couple of tricks, holding us to 10 tricks. This one is on replay, Alice. Yeah, it'd be a good one for you to replay, everyone, this. See if you can make 10 or 11 tricks there. Quite a tricky hand now. If you're not, I think it's a difficult topic, danger hand and safe hand. I know some of you weren't getting that. More information online. Put in danger hand at bridge or something, or safe hand at bridge. Right, let's go back to the classroom. That was a fun hand, that one. Instructive hand, both in the bidding and the play. That's my job, to give you instructive hands, both in the bidding and in the play. It is a difficult topic, Rosemary, yes. I've opened a heart. What next for you with your 7 points as responder? Thank you for your words of thought on my son Sebastian, who broke his hand a week ago. He doesn't have to have an operation, so that's good news. It's in a splint for 3 weeks, which is rather boring, but boys will be boys. But thank you for your words of kindness. It's a classic. Let's not dwell on this for too long. It's a classic dustbin, isn't it? Yeah, 6 to 9 points. Fails the rule of 14. Only 7 points and a 5-card suit coming up to 12. Rule of 14. Number of points in your hand added to the number of cards in the longest suit. So to bid 2 clubs there, we'd either need to have 10 points or more, or 9 points and a 5-card club suit. Well done. Let's move on. 1 club by North. You had your rebid planned as one. Sorry. Responder had their bid planned as one diamond. What next, if anything, though, after the one spade overcall? 6 points. Well, again, we have discussed this already this morning. It's a pass, isn't it? Yeah, no way strong enough to bid 2 diamonds. And one no trump would show a spade stopper. Good. Partner always gets another bid. Well done, Jill. Gillian Walker. Valerie, Charlie. Yeah, you're all passing that. Good. Lots of beginners or improvers would bid, but it's wrong. Both of these hands, though, can respond. One no trump with spade stoppers. Hand 1 or hand 2. Okay, let's move on to another topic. Well, same topic, but a different situation. An overcall of one no trump, as you know, is 15 to 18. Balanced hand with a stopper in the opponent's suit. We all know what stoppers are now. So both of these hands would overcall one no trump. Perfect, isn't it? 15 to 18 with a stopper in diamonds. So only need to have one stopper, not 2. Okay, let's move on to the overcallers. So West has opened a diamond. I've overcalled one spade. Next to you now. Sorry, over to you. What do you bid now, if anything, with 11 points? Opposite your partner's one spade overcall. Hello, JG123. I think you might be new. Always nice to say hello to new people. Graham and Carol, another double act. They're responding one no trump. As is Julie. Julie Watt. Cynthia's one no trump. So this is responding to partner's overcall. It's quite a tricky subject. Not one we look at very often. Just before Ita from Ireland, yes, part of our strong Irish contingent. Hello to all you watching in Ireland. Just before I go on, Anne Nixie is having a face-to-face get-together of LBO people. She lives near Oxford. So if you're interested in joining her or want details, I've just put her name and phone number into the chat box. 07780 972 787. So Anne's having a little get-together face-to-face. I think she did it last year, so it sounds like a rather jolly event near Oxford. I don't have any more details. You'd have to text her. Well, should we have a look at the answer? This lesson is trickier than I anticipated, Andrew is saying. Yes. There we go. One no trump. After partner's overcall of one spade, a bid of one no trump. Responding to that overcall, Sal shows 10 to 12. Okay. And obviously a stopper in opener's suit diamonds. That will be new for some of you today, maybe. Or I know quite a few of you will have forgotten that. Okay. It's not a dustbin 6 to 9. It doesn't make sense if you think about it. Partner might only, North for their one spade overcall, might only have 6 points. So the one no trump, as responding to that overcall, needs to be stronger. No, quite a few might have not known that. I'm sure some of you will have forgotten it. Okay. Quite a useful bit. Obviously, clearly denying 3 spades. Otherwise, you would have supported spades. A useful bid, I would say. But it is stronger. And a jump to 2 no trumps will clearly show more point count, 13 to 15. Not necessarily balanced, Sam, no. Really just a point count. 10 to 12. Really not liking spades. Robertson Sue, I'm trying to decipher your question without no trump distribution. Yeah, so you can be unbalanced and still at the 1 level. Yeah, it's a useful bid. So let's move on to hand 2. This is all in the worksheet as well. This is a difficult lesson, this. I think you're going to have to go through this lesson again in replay. I normally would give it 2 or 3 days if I was learning bridge, just for the, we haven't done that for a while, the dust to settle. We haven't had dust settling, but I'll do it again for the dust to settle. Where are we? Well, it is fun teaching bridge online. Far more fun than teaching face-to-face. Now then, you get much more interaction with the students as well. Now, let me just focus for a second and find you hand number 2. I wonder what the final contract will be. Right, it's a 1 club opener. 1 heart overcall. Ace passes. Right, so fairly straightforward. So what does South bid now, if anything? What have they got? At 12 points? Oh, hi, Victoria. Oh, you knew Victoria? I'm not sure I've seen the Victoria for a while. Yes, correct, Andrea. To do an unassuming Q bid, you need 3 card support or more and 10 plus points as an overcaller. Oh, Victoria's late. Okay. Rosie D. I think we have discussed this just now, haven't we? So this is a bit that might not have occurred to you. Debs, Valerie, 1 no trump. So this 1 no trump here, responding to the overcall, is 10 to 12 with a club stopper. Over to North now. If you're watching in replay, how are you getting on with this lesson? What would North bid now with their 13 points and their 6 card heart suit? What do you think? I can imagine quite a few bids North might make. Just waiting to see the chat box, which of course runs down the corner at the side of my screen. A quarter of my large screen is the chat box. Right, I'm going to give you a clue. The right bid is not at all obvious. The correct bid here by North. The 1 no trump bid does not guarantee 2 hearts, no. To bid 1 no trump, then they might have a void heart or a singleton or 2. They won't have 3, of course. Good question. I will tell you, here's your clue. You're going to have to think out of the box in this one. There's the box, look. You're going to have to think out of that box. An animated caption for you. Jane, Catherine, we'll see you next week. Here's another clue for you. Can I just tell you that those 6 hearts are pretty much guaranteed to be 6 quick tricks, aren't they? Are they more useful in hearts, or could they be as useful, here's a big clue, in no trumps? Well, I think LP just beat me to it with her answer. So I have to tell you, an experienced player, your club expert, because it is hard, would actually bid 3 no trumps here. Knowing that they've got 6 running tricks. This hand is going to be as useful in 3 no trumps as 4 hearts. Possibly more useful. Okay, because it's easier to make 9 tricks than 10. Tricky bid that, wasn't it? I wasn't expecting you to get it. Otherwise, you'd be sitting here and I'd be sitting where you are. Okay. Also, you've got 7 quick tricks and you expect partner to have a trick in clubs as well because of their stopper. So there's only 1 more trick to find from partner. Partner's got the club stopper, Victoria. You'd expect 6 running tricks, Julie, with 6 solid hearts. I'd expect 6 running tricks with hearts, unless I was unlucky. We don't care about the spades, really, Sam. No. We're just worried that they've got a club stopper. The opponents haven't bid spades. We don't need to worry about spades. They haven't bid them. They're going to lead clubs probably. Okay. South won't have 3 hearts, Rosemary. They've denied it by responding 1 no trump. They won't have 3 hearts. Correct. And we know they've got 10 to 12 points. They're very likely to have a trick or two up their sleeve as South. Anyway, it was a tricky bid, that one. Let's not dwell on it for too long. What does West lead, please? To 3 no trumps. This is one of the harder lessons, by the way. You know, sometimes we have easier ones. Sometimes they're in the middle. I'd say this one was in the harder category. The set hands are harder too, to reflect that difficulty. Talking about difficulty, this week, well, good lesson for you, actually. Any of you can join the improvers at 11 o'clock. On Wednesday, we're doing discarding a certain loser. Very much could be an intermediate lesson as well. That's at 11 on Wednesday morning. I'll tell you what's next week in a second. Right, King of Clubs, remember, are you all leading a King of Clubs? Some of you are leading a Queen of Diamonds. I don't mind the King of Clubs. That's your strongest, longest suit. Yeah? You got the King, Queen, 10, 9. But well done. Remember to lead from the top of a broken sequence. So from King, Queen, 10, you lead the King. If it's King, Queen, XX, you lead the X. But that 10 is important here. Right, 6, 7, 8, 9 certain tricks. Well, if hearts divide evenly, yes. That's the signal, the 2 of clubs, discouraging. And I know you're all going to duck it, so I'm not going to ask you. Right, what does West do at trick 2, having won the King of Clubs? Yeah, clear to switch to the Queen of Diamonds, isn't it? Otherwise, we would be Bath cooed. Yeah, if West continues with the Queen of Clubs now, it's called the Bath coup from Declarer, because they now make both their ace and their Jack of Clubs. Look that one up on the internet, Bath coup at bridge, if you're interested. Right, so which one do we win this with? Am I going to win? Sorry, am I? Are we going to win with the ace of diamonds or the king? If you're watching in replay, what do you think is best, ace or the king? It is very important. Sorry if you played the ace. No, you need to preserve the entry, just as Andrew said. Preserve that ace of diamonds entry to the hearts if they divide awkwardly 4-1. Yeah, preserving our entry. So very important to do that. Don't worry if you got it wrong. These are harder hands. Now we play the hearts, hoping they divide. Which they don't. Diamond can go, I think. Queen of Hearts. Okay, so the hearts have divided 4-1. What next for us in dummy? There's no blockage here, Rosemary, no. Not with the diamonds. Yes, Pebbles and Ruth and Judith and Gillian, KTP. We now need to do a lose to win, don't we? Comes back a club, partner suit. Win with the ace. Our carefully preserved ace of diamonds. Not all of you preserve that. Don't let it ruin your don't let it ruin your week if you took out the ace of diamonds too soon. But it would have been a mistake. And we're on the home stretch now. Better keep that king of spades guarded. Yeah, spade to the ace. And we'll concede the last few. Let's play them out. But a tidy 9 tricks there. There were a couple of pitfalls. You had to be careful to win with the king of diamonds. Well, careful to duck the club, of course. Most of you would now. Duck the club, win the king of diamonds, and lose to win on the hearts. I think at the table, quite a few improvers, intermediates would go down on that hand. So well done if you got it right. Let's move on. Quite a lot to get through today. That one is... No, not on the replay, that one. Oh, by the way, I did put the 7 hearts from last week on the replay now. So you can replay that 7 hearts where you had to establish the 5-card suit, if you remember from last week. That really fun 7 hearts. So that is now available to replay with the other 2 BBO hands, where you access the replay video and the worksheet. So you can have a go at that yourselves. Right, let's just go back to the classroom. Hang on, why have these? There we go. Right, 1 diamond. Hang on. Yes, there's a 1 no trump bid, you see. 12 points. Yeah, singleton spade. 1 no trump response to partner's overcall. Addendum for the more experienced. What does South bid with 20 points here as an overcall? Jack's mum sends his apologies. She's teaching bridge in the south of France for a week or 2. She gets all the best jobs. What do we do? Double or 2 no trumps? 1 no trump's only 15 to 18. Well, best with 19 to 21 to double. There you go. This hand is too strong to overcall 1 no trump. That might be a leader for the caption. I wonder if that man plays bridge. Do you fancy asking him? He's got a Def Leppard t-shirt on as well. Not my favourite band in the world. I don't think he plays bridge, Tiggy, does he? Unlikely, says Andrew. We mustn't stereotype there, Andrew. He could be a grandmaster, you know. So yes, double first. Think about bidding 2 no trumps. It does show 20 to 22, unless you're playing the unusual 2 no trump convention. But partner may have no points, you see. So better to double, and let's see how the bidding might progress. There you go, you double. Partner thinks it's a normal takeout double, but when they bid 1 heart, you now bid 1 no trump to show 19 to 21, okay? Partner came back 2 clubs, so you'd rebid 2 no trumps to show 19 to 21. So when you double in bridge and then bid 1 no trump or 2 no trumps, it's 19 to 21. Okay, so that'll be useful information as well. Too strong to overcall 1 no trump. Just as you would with a suit. If you're too strong to overcall a suit, you double first and then bid the suit. So quite useful. We got some addendums there. Hang on. Play hand 3. Let's go and play hand 3 now. So before we do, I'm just going to take you back a bit. Hang on. Otherwise I'm going to get confused. So we'll go and play hand 3. Rebidding 2 no trumps, Gene, is not wise on that hand because partner may have no points at all. Much better to go 1 no trump. That shows 19 to 21. 2 no trumps should show 22 to 24. The South have to have ace of diamonds. They would have to have a diamond stopper, I think, Robert and Sue on that last one, yeah. Okay, let's move on. It's a 1 club opener. How many points we got? 7, 9, 10, 6, 7, 10, 6. Look like 20 points there. Might need the calculator. So 20 points. What do we do with that one? I must just see what we're doing next week as well. Hang on a second. I'll be back. Let's see what we're doing next week. So it's a double when you're too strong. It's a bit too strong for one diamond, by the way, with so many points. So we double. Partner bids 1 spade. And our rebid after the double. Yes, Rosemary, you only double and then bid your suit as an overcaller to show 19 or more points. 1 no trump, of course. Yeah, we've just covered that. 19 to 21 with a club stopper. Good. And North, what do they bid now with their 6 points? If you don't have a stopper, a question that just came in, you probably Q-bid their suit now. To show a very strong hand, you'd probably Q-bid 2 clubs after your double. Show a very strong hand, by the way, if you don't have a club stopper. Q-bid the opponent's suit. Yeah, and they raised a game. Certain tricks. Six. Yeah, or rebid a suit, Andrew. If you've got a 5-card suit, double, then rebid the suit with 19 plus. Right. Well, fairly obvious that we need to do something with the diamonds. We've got to be careful with entries. Those would be my thoughts here. Which card does East play as third player? Yeah, so tricky hands today, tricky topic, I think. But it's going to be a useful one when it comes up, if you remember it. There are 3 important things at the end. Very tricky, says Elias. Overtake with the king, just in case the queen is a singleton. Well done if you did that. Not all of you did. That queen of clubs could have been a singleton, in which case declarer ducks it, they can't continue the suit. So well done for overtaking with the king of clubs, because you can afford to do that. You've got the jack, the 10, the 9, and the 8 of clubs. Duck once, you generally duck twice in bridge. Okay. Which card do we play now, specifically from the south hand? Declarer. We've just won the ace of clubs. Well done for overtaking with the king there. Never play too quickly at trick 1 if you're declarer or third player. Well, we need to get an entry to dummy, don't we? So it doesn't matter too much which one. So let's say we go with the king. Yeah, higher card from shorter holding. The jack would have worked okay here. Which one do we play from the dummy? Well, clearly we need to overtake with the ace. Good. We've got 2 entries to dummy. We do need to overtake. Good. Now we take the diamond finesse, which I'm sure you're all going to do. That's why we went to dummy, of course. What next? Having just taken the winning diamond finesse. Yes, clearly we need to get back to dummy to repeat the finesse. And let's just signal with the 10 of hearts. Hang on. Yeah, we need to tell partner that we've got hearts, don't we? So signaling our first discard, high encouraging with the 10 hearts. But what next from dummy? Yeah, we're in dummy with the Queen of Spades. Next week, by the way, is fun lesson next week. Well, they're all fun, but especially fun. It's all about fast bidding to slams with distribution. FAST. So we're going to fine-tune our slam bidding next week. Most intermediates, even experienced players, find bidding slam difficult. Yeah, we do need to cash the thing at 10 of spades because it's our last time in dummy. Well done. Another diamond finesse to the jack. Cash the ace of diamonds. Followed by the 5. And the 2. And concede the last couple of tricks to the oppo. Like that. Job done. Yeah. Or as they say up north, the job's a good un. It's an expression I learned the other day. The job's a good un. It's the northern expression. Right. Should we move on? We just need to we'll try and play this last hand, actually. Fourth hand, but it's a bit of addenduming. Well done with those spade entries there. Listen, this is only for the more experienced partnerships this morning. Most of you will stick to the 15, 16 rebid, that's fine. But the no trump rebid range, a lot of players now, some teachers are changing their methods, are agreeing with partner that one no trump here is 15 to 17. Okay, a wider range. A jump to 2 no trumps is 18 to 19. For more experienced partnerships, I do, it's the way I play, but I don't want to confuse you. But it saves having to jump to 3 no trumps with 19, which is unwieldy. But discuss this with your favorite partner. So it's just an option I'm giving you. You definitely don't need to do it. I still teach online the 15, 16 rebid, but this is just something to consider. You'll find that some of your club partnerships will be changing their 1 no trump rebid to make it a bit wider, 15, 17. Okay? But don't get confused. I'm still teaching the 15, 16 rebid. Andrew's always played that way. There you go. And again, for the more experienced, the 2 no trump here after partners 2 club then becomes 15 to 19 as well. So that goes along with the previous slide. 2 no trumps, 15 to 19 goes along with that. Game forcing. Let's play that fourth hand because we've got 7 minutes. I wonder what the final contract's going to be. It's a 1 heart opener. Sure, you're all going to respond to 1 no trump dustbin. 6 to 9. 2 clubs by south to show the shape. I'd always show a 5-4 as south over a dustbin 1 no trump. To rebid hearts here, by the way, would promise a 6 card suit. So it goes 1 heart, 1 no trump. 2 hearts is a 6 card suit. What next for North, if anything, with their 6 points? Does North bid again as respond if you're watching in replay? Hope you found this lesson useful. I'm sure you probably did. It's a useful one that we don't cover very often. Yes, they must go 2 hearts here. What we call in bridge a false preference, because actually North prefers clubs, but the 5-2 fit plays better than the 4-3. It's a fact. Well, thank you, partner, for the dummy. Where's our... We count 7 tricks. I wonder where the 8th trick is coming from. It's not immediately obvious. So we win with the ace of diamonds. An encouraging 10 over there. High encouraging, low discouraging as a signal. And what card do we play from the dummy now at trick 2? What's our strategy going to be to try and make this 8th trick? Can you see any hope? Are we going to play a club? Are we going to play a diamond, a spade? Or is it time to draw trumps? What do you think if you're watching replay? That last hand, that third hand was available in replay. I'm going to give you a clue. Get out of jail free card because the prison bus is over full this morning, the Bridge prison bus. Bashir's just texted me. But the clue, where do you think you might get an extra trick from? Well, that's not really a clue, is it? But you're not going to make an extra trick in, you know, clubs or diamonds. I suppose you could at clubs at 3-3. You got a lot of work, so you got to draw trumps and then duck 2 clubs. Yeah, but that's a lot of work. A far better bet, everyone. Very well done if you spotted it. Is to try and set up a spade trick, hoping that the ace and king of spades is split. But you do need to do this at trick 2 because you need to have the entries to dummy to do this. So what we're going to hope is that the ace and king of spades are split. One's with one hand and one's with the other. They'll continue with a diamond. Ruffed. Over to our remaining entry, the Queen of Hearts. And what next from the dummy? Yes, problem if clubs are 3-3, Andrew. We're not going to have time to do it. You know, once we've drawn trumps and they've forced us in diamonds, we're going to run out of control of the hand. And 3-3 clubs is only a 36% chance. Well, it's Tim. Oh, Tim, good morning. Anne Emsley. Anne. Noreen's in Ireland. Maz. And now we continue with plan A. They would rise with their king of spades. Marion P's come to life as well. Hi, Marion. Say they switch to a club. Win with the ace. Draw trumps. Quite tricky spotting that spade at trick 1, wasn't it? Yeah, can go. Draw the last trump. Just marvel at that jack of spades for a second. Yeah. In fact, we knew that this play was going to work because if West had had the ace king of spades, they'd have led one. So we knew that the spade honours were going to be split, or East, the second player, had the ace king. So this line of play was guaranteed to succeed unless West started with a doubleton, which would be very unlikely. But well done if you spotted that first time round. I'm going to concede the last few tricks. But we've made a very tight 110. That would be a good result at your local duplicate because A, you stopped in the right contract of 2 hearts, and B, you made it. A lot wouldn't make 2 hearts there. Good. Well, I'm glad we played that 4th hand. Let's just go back and look at the 3 things to remember because it was a tough lesson. But yeah, we all know to open 1 no trump with any 5-3-3-2. That's the easy bit. Important, when partners pass, the 1 no trump rebid is the region of 16 to 19. Do not jump to 2 no trumps to show your point count if partners passed. And finally, when partner overcalls, again, something you might be rusty on or not known before, a bit of 1 no trump opposite that overcall is 10 to 12. It's a stronger hand. Alison can't print. I'm sorry that you can't, your printer's kaput, Alison. Maybe take a photograph with your phone or your iPad. Well, I hate to say it, but it's the end of the show. 10:30 UK time.
A job good un. Did I say that right?
Not quite, Bashir. You're getting there. It's a northern expression. Not a lot of people know. It's the jobs are good. The jobs are good un.
The job's a good un, and
Yes.
with northern spirit, I'm guessing.
Yes. The jobs are good un. It's kind of what, like, just northern folk. Some of them will say. Yeah.
I'll practice with my kids and probably embarrass them properly.
Yeah, you got to say it in a Yorkshire accent as well, which I'm not very good at.
I won't do that on camera.
No, I don't think I will either.
When we're all finally able to meet up in a pub, maybe after a few rounds, and the right kind of peer pressure, I'll give it a go.
So when you and I finally meet, Bashir, we've never met, it'll be in a pub in Harrogate or somewhere north. After about the third round, we'll have a competition to see who can say the jobs are good. And look, Julia's practicing it.
Okay, very good. We'll all practice that. We'll look forward to that. Jack, this Wednesday's improver lesson, did you let folks know?
I was just saying to them, Bashir, it's going to be a really good one for the intermediates because it's a topic we have covered in the past, but it's discarding a certain loser.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah.
We would love to see any folks there who are able to join us.
They can join us at 11 on Wednesday. They'd be most welcome. Also, a week today, we are doing exciting. Of course, we're doing slam bidding using the acronym FAST. So, with distribution. So we're going to, all of us find bidding slams difficult, don't we?
Well, they're just the ones you don't want to mess up, maybe even more than anything else.
It's frustrating, isn't it, when you make 4 hearts and 2 over tricks and you look at the other results and they've all bid to slam.
Oh, isn't that the worst? We've all been there.
All
right. Well, but hopefully with your luck, we'll be there less often. After
with my guidance, I hope so. But I mean, I've really enjoyed this lesson. I think it's been a really useful one for the students, because it's not something we talk about very often, is it? The one-no trump when partners passed or, when partners overcalled. So I think we've definitely sharpened up the act.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Jack. We better let you go, but thank you for another fantastic lesson, especially folks who could be here live. Thank you for responding to Jack's questions and for asking your own. And to everyone watching by replay, thank you for joining us by replay.
Yes, great that they could join us. And Jack's mum sends her apologies, but she's in the south of France for 2 weeks. I mean, am I doing something wrong?
A poor thing.
Yeah, she gets all the best jobs, and I'm here in kind of drizzly grey Harrogate. But there you go.
All right, thank you, Jack. Bye, everyone. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Thanks, Bashir. Nice to see you. Bye, Jack's mum. Au revoir.